so it will be available for you. So as I mentioned, my name is Sarah Bramley. I'm a naturopath and natural health and wellness trainer for Amway. I've been with Amway for 8.5 years now, starting off in the business centre and then moving into the training department late last year. We are so excited about our new Excess Sports Nutrition range, which I'm sure many of you are, or most of you are as well. The range, of course, launched about 3 weeks ago now and has been incredibly successful, that you guys are all loving it and using it, and I'm just excited to be able to share it with you. Today is the first of 2 webinars. So in today's session, what we're going to do is talk about Excess Sports Nutrition as a brand, and then I'm going to walk you through each of the products. And then just a couple of slides at the end showing you a little bit about the business building part of the brand. In next Wednesday's session, which is Wednesday the 10th at 6:30 again, Sydney time, I'm going to be talking to you about sports nutrition. So the actual topic of what is sports nutrition and why are carbs, proteins so important, and why is hydration important. So I encourage you to join me again next week because that will also show you how to put together a sports nutrition plan to suit your needs and your clients' needs as well. But as most of you know, Amway as a company entered the sports nutrition category about 6 years ago now with the launch of Fuel Factor. During that time, we've certainly listened to you, our IBOs, and to your clients, and we've heard that what you've been looking for are products that contain no artificial colours, flavours and preservatives, and you're looking for something that's the latest and I guess using most latest technology. And that is where Excess Sports Nutrition has been launched. Of course, it was launched mid-July. I'm trying to remember what month it is now. It's going so quickly. And the Excess Sports Nutrition brand does form part of the Excess Energy brand. For those of you who may be familiar, most of you will be familiar with Excess Sports or Excess Energy. Excess Energy was founded in 2001 by Scott Kuhn and David Van der Veen and started with a range of Excess Energy drinks. Since 2003, the Excess brand has been exclusive through Amway, and in 2015, Amway acquired the Excess business. Excess Sports continues, I guess, in the basis that Excess has always been interested in providing energy so that you can take your adventure wherever you want it to be. And Excess Sports very much fits in with that. Excess Sports, as you can see, redefines what it means to live a healthy and active lifestyle. It's about adventure. And most importantly, it's about that the journey is just as important as your destination. With Excess, you're going to see us talking a lot about destination. And what we want you to do is, no matter what your goal is from a fitness perspective, we want you to reach it and have the energy to get up and do it all again tomorrow. And of course, that is Scott and David there in the photo. Many of you may have seen, I believe it was at the recent Excess parties, and still very much involved in the Excess brand. So Excess Sports Nutrition is a brand that has been designed and made in Australia to meet the needs of the Australian and New Zealand market. So we've spoken to our leaders and we've spoken to you as IBOs to hear what you're looking for in a sports nutrition brand. We've also looked at what the market is delivering and have put together a range very much based on the key principles of sports nutrition. Now, next week, we're going to go into more detail about what the principles of sports nutrition are, but I will touch on those shortly for you as well. Excess Sports Nutrition is a complete nutrition solution. So it covers everything from pre-workout to during the event to, of course, recovery as well. And importantly, it's been designed to meet the needs of you and, of course, your clients. So the sports industry in Australia in 2010 was $454 million. That's a sale of sports nutrition products. In just 5 short years, that's almost doubled to $858 million. I guess what we know is that people have always exercised. Particularly in Australia and New Zealand, the idea of being physically active is one that is very common. But I think it's, where people are becoming more informed and more educated in the area of sports nutrition, and people are starting to have an increased understanding and interest in sports nutrition products. So we're not expecting that growth to certainly slow down. I think when in terms of sports nutrition, you only have to go to the gym or be at a football field and you'll see someone having a protein drink or electrolyte drink. It's certainly an area that is growing, and we certainly believe it's an exciting time to be launching the new XS Sports Nutrition range, and we certainly hope you think so as well. From recent research, what we do know as a population is that consumers are looking for products that have more natural options. There's an increased interest in the area of preservative-free products. Products are lower in fats and sugar. And, as you can see there, 1 in 4 households, in fact, are actually looking for those sorts of products. The other, buzzword or things that people are talking a lot about now are superfoods. There's been an increased interest in that area. And for those of you who perhaps have heard the word superfood but may not be aware of what it is, superfoods essentially are nutrient-dense foods that are really beneficial for health and well-being. So some of the superfoods that you may have heard of are things like chia seeds, spirulina, barley grass, and even down to things like beetroot and spinach as well. You'll see with the XS Sports Nutrition range we've actually included superfoods in our products, and that's there to add some additional nutritional support as well. So this is where I'm about to actually start launching into each of the products. As I said, I will take a little break every now and then for if anyone has any questions. If anyone has a question, about the introduction, feel free to quickly send it through now, and if not, we will get started on the actual product range. So with the product range, the thing to keep in mind is that, it is, as I said, a complete sports nutrition range, ranging from a pre-workout energy supplement through to protein powders, protein bars, and hydrolyte drinks. I touched on earlier that this range is based around the key principles of sports nutrition. And let me share those principles with you. Again, we're going to go into much more detail, so I encourage you to join me next Wednesday so we can talk a bit more. But the 3 key principles of sports nutrition are preparing an athlete for performance, helping to maintain their level of activity during the performance, and to repair them post-activity so that they can get up and do it again. So prepare, maintain, and recover. Now in XS Sports Nutrition, we call these energize, hydrate, and recharge. And it's breaking these 3, we're going to break the products down into these 3 categories so that you can get a good idea of them. Of course, we're going to start with the energize category. Now, energize is all about helping you get the most out of your exercise. It's getting that energy boost that you need so that your performance can be at its peak. There's 2 products in this category, XS Energized Rhodiola and XS Pre-Workout Boost. So let's take a look at both of those. Okay, now this is a product that many of you, I'm sure, know and love. Who here has used Nutriway's Nutriway Rhodiola before? Just give me a quick raise of hands. Yeah, awesome. I can see it's coming through. Look, this is the same product as the Nutriway Rhodiola. It's been rebranded to join it into the XS family. So for those of you perhaps not familiar with it, or those of you taking it and maybe not sure how it works, XS Energized Rhodiola, it contains a herb called Rhodiola rosea. And this is a herb that's been researched and long understood to be great for enhancing physical performance. And it's also great for helping to combat stress. Now in the XS Energized Rhodiola, we combine that rhodiola with green tea and spinach and vitamin C, all of which contain fantastic antioxidants, and that's to help with that free radical damage. Now you hear about free radical damage a lot, and it's something that happens every day no matter what we're doing. But through physical activity, and if we're not eating a diet that's as rich in whole foods as we could be, then free radical damage may be higher. So certainly having antioxidants to help support you is vitally important. Now the ingredient that is actually in this product to help supply the energy is caffeine, and that's actually from green tea. And there's 75 milligrams of caffeine per tablet in this product. Now this product is recommended between 1 and 2 tablets before activity. So as I said, same product that you're used to, just rebranded. Let's go through the features and benefits of it. And guys, I do apologise for my throat being a little bit husky today. I have had the dreaded lurgy. I can assure you echinacea, vitamin C, garlic are my friends. Okay, so excess rhodiola, it helps to maintain those energy levels. So I want you to think about that everyday activity. So when you go perhaps for a walk, or you've got a really busy day that you're really trying to push through, rhodiola is fantastic for that. It gives you that maximum support from both a mental and physical perspective, just really helping you get through the day. It's recommended for anyone who has a busy lifestyle and for anyone who's looking for an energy boost for that physical and mental performance. So yeah, as I mentioned, think about, you're going for a walk that's perhaps about 40 minutes, or perhaps you're having a really busy day at work, or perhaps you're going from work straight to a meeting at night. And I know many of you do that, and it does get really busy. Certainly, rhodiola is a great one for that. And we suggest taking between 1 and 2 tablets before physical activity, but you do not exceed 2 tablets a day. There's been a couple of questions coming through for rhodiola, but I think I've actually just answered those. So hopefully that is right. Now, a couple of questions are already coming through about our next product, so I'm going to get you to hold those ones. I'm about to go through the fantastic new pre-workout boost as well. Now, pre-workout boost is our fantastic new energy supplement. This is for endurance activity. And as I mentioned, I'm kind of teasing you a little bit about what's happening next week, but I think it's important to give you a bit of an idea. Before you start activity, it's really important that our body is energized and prepared for the activity ahead. And that includes making sure that your body has the various nutrients it needs, including carbohydrates for energy, as well as B vitamins there to help you get the most out of your energy. Our body needs carbohydrate to fuel. And we're talking about sports here. So the excess pre-workout boost is a great source of carbohydrate, which is going to help to get your blood glucose levels maximized. It also helps to maximize your storages of carbohydrates. And this is called your glycogen. This particular product, as I mentioned, is for before workout. It contains 114 milligrams of caffeine, and that is from guarana and green tea. And it also has vitamins B and C. It's going to help to enhance and sustain the energy. Helps again with that mental performance and fighting fatigue. So B vitamins and vitamin C are great for helping energy production, making you feel less tired, etc. And combining that with the caffeine is there to help you get that energy. Now, this product, it's really important. We've spoken about 2 energy products. And sorry, I'll just finish here. There's one that's excess pre-workout. It's for anyone doing endurance activity. So we talked about rhodiola as being for everyday activity. Pre-workout is for endurance. So by endurance, we're talking about an event of more than 1 hour. It's important that you don't take excess pre-workout boost and excess rhodiola. You do one or the other, not both. That would then be too much caffeine. It's really important to remember that caffeine does have a cumulative effect. So if you think about the products within our portfolio that contain caffeine, there's the rhodiola, the pre-workout boost, certainly the excess energy drinks, and there's also a couple of the NutriWay products that have small amounts of caffeine there too. So do make sure you keep them all separate and only do one at a time. The pre-workout boost is a really nice tasting melon flavour. It's incredibly refreshing and easy to take. You add 3 scoops to cold water and you consume it 20 to 30 minutes before your activity. Not unexpectedly, a couple of questions have now popped up. So let me answer some questions on Energize before we move on to the next category. So no, look, in a given day, you would only take excess rhodiola or excess pre-workout boost. You would not take both. I'd also get you to always remember timing. If you're going to, I wouldn't encourage you to take a supplement before you go to bed, because obviously repair at night is really important there too. So base the decision on which supplement you take based on what the activity is that you're doing. So if you're having a busy day in the office, excess rhodiola would be the one to think about. If you're going for a 45-minute walk, rhodiola. But if you're going to play a game of football, or you're going to go for a long run, or for a big gym session, a game of netball, then the pre-workout boost is the one that is best for you. It's important to note that all of the products I'm talking about today are not suitable for anyone 15 years or under. They're also not suitable during pregnancy. Now, guarana is a herb that naturally contains caffeine. Guarana is an excellent source of caffeine. It's a natural source of caffeine, and it's a great way of getting that boost that we're looking for. We combine it with some green coffee bean in this product, the Excess Pre-Workout Boost, but it's a fantastic product. It really gives you the boost you're looking for. Okay, so that were the questions we had on the Energize range. So another question came about when taking it. With most supplements, we suggest taking them with food. Now, with a pre-workout, it will depend on your activity, because generally if you're going to be playing a game of football or a long session, it is important to actually have a meal a couple of hours before your event and to then refuel. And again, we will talk about this a little bit more next week about refueling with food and where excess sports range and NutriWave fits into that. But with both of these can be done without a meal, but depending on what your timeline is like. Okay, so we're now going to move on to hydrate. One of the things that people, I guess most of you know, and the thing I always love about working with people through Amway is the fact that hydration is always so very important for you. You understand the importance of having good clear water using eSpring, and the importance that hydration plays with us for every day. 3/4 of our muscles are actually made up of water. And if we think about some of the important roles of water, it's actually a really important component. It's an essential component of our body. It helps with blood circulation, it helps to lubricate our joints, it helps to regulate our body temperature, it removes waste, it helps to transport nutrients. So water is something that is incredibly important. Hydration is something important for all of us, no matter what level of activity. However, during exercise, it's perhaps even more important because our risk of dehydration may be increased. So to get the most out of your exercise, we're going to maintain your hydration so you perform at your best, minimize your dehydration, because dehydration can affect your performance. So for hydration, we have our Excess Electrolyte Plus. And this is a really nice tasting berry coconut flavoured powder. It comes in a stick sachet, which you mix with water. It's incredibly easy to mix. You certainly add just one sachet to 400 ml of cold water and shake it. This particular product contains 4 electrolytes along with some carbohydrate to help maintain and enhance endurance. It's there to help with that hydration. So the electrolytes in this product are sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Now, carbohydrates are in sports drink to help provide that energy source that I touched on earlier. And it actually provides it as a blood glucose, as well as helping to top up your muscle stores of energy, which is called glycogen. And again, this is particularly important during continuous or high-intensity activity. Excess Electrolyte Plus is an isotonic formula, and I will touch on that now because the term isotonic is one that's new for some people. And an isotonic formula is one where has the salt and I'm going to start the whole sentence again. An isotonic formula is one where the salt and sugar concentration is the same as the cells in the body. And why that's important is it means it's rapidly absorbed by the body and it's actually retained. So it actually helps to hydrate better. To actually be classed as an isotonic drink, our product did have to go through some testing so that we can label it as isotonic, and it is that. So it's going to help to really enhance that hydration, keep the water in the cells where we want it to be, so that the risk of dehydration, again, is minimised. So Electrolyte Plus is there to help rapidly replace fluid, which is lost during exercise. It also helps provide energy during the performance as well. So again, if we're talking about someone taking part in a game of football, a long run, a long bike ride, if it's over 60 minutes, we do need to help top up their energy during the performance. And that's where having that carbohydrate in the Electrolyte Plus helps with that, and also has the electrolytes to help with the hydration and helps to prevent any mild dehydration. Before exercise, it should be noted that before exercise, we do get you to have water and to make sure that your hydration levels are topped up pre-workout, and this helps post-workout. We only recommend 1 serve a day of the excess Electrolyte Plus. It is, as I mentioned, is 1 sachet mixed into 400 ml of water and then shaken. And you take it, it's for anyone taking part in physical activity or sporting events, and anyone at risk of dehydration. Again, as with all the other products, it is an adult formula. I know there's only one product in the Hydrate range, but I will open it up if there's any questions there for Hydrate before I move on to our biggest category, which is Recharge. No? Great. So by the looks of it, you're all very much on board with the idea and the importance of hydrating. Now, obviously, we encourage you to use the excess electrolyte and use the eSpring water with that. What you can do is actually take your sachet, and if you've seen it, Excess does have a fantastic drink shaker that you can get as part of the bundle. And what it actually has is a section at the bottom where you can put your protein powder for after, or your muscle recovery powder for after. And you can actually just take it with your water, put your electrolyte drink in it, drink that, and then later fill it up again with your Recharge product of choice. So you've energized pre-workout, you've hydrated during your workout, now it's time to recharge. And recharging is really important because for a number of reasons. We mainly want you to get up and do it all again. We want you to be able to recover post-event so that no matter when your next training session is, you can get up and do that comfortably. It helps your body to recover, and it's important to remember that recovery is a multifactorial or multidiscipline activity. Recovery certainly includes making sure that you're stretching well, that you're sleeping well, that you're following the advice of your personal trainer or your coach that you work with, but then also making sure that you're fueling your body in an appropriate manner. In the Recharge category, we have 4 products. We have protein powders, muscle recovery powders, protein bars, and our Recharge probiotic fiber drink. Let's start with our protein powders, which is our excess whey protein. Now, the excess whey protein contains a high-quality protein blend combining whey protein concentrate and whey protein isolate. And we've also added some branched-chain amino acids to our formula as well. Now, branched-chain amino acids are a group of essential amino acids which are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Excuse me, I'm just going to quickly mute myself while I cough. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I do apologise. So leucine, isoleucine, and valine are the branched-chain amino acids that help to aid in your recovery. They help to support protein synthesis, and that means the manufacture of protein. But it also helps to aid in recovery of that muscle glycogen that I've mentioned a couple of times. And muscle glycogen is your energy stores of carbohydrate. For every 45 gram serve of the whey protein, which contains 30 grams of protein. We also have some superfoods, as I mentioned, and that includes cacao and chia seeds. And they're going to help with that general well-being in there as well. It comes in 2 fantastic flavours, chocolate and vanilla. As I mentioned, they're all natural ingredients, so natural colours, flavours and preservatives. The chocolate flavour is, of course, cacao. And in both cases, in all cases today, our sweetener being used in the powders is stevia. And stevia is a herb. It's actually a herb that's been found to be significantly sweeter than sugar, so you need less of it, and it doesn't affect your blood sugars. So the range is flavoured using stevia or sweetened using stevia. Protein, as many of you know, has a large range of roles in the body. Up to 20% of all muscle tissue is made up of protein, and protein is important not only for muscles, and that's where I guess most people think about it, but it's also important for the manufacture of any enzymes in our body. And enzymes help in a whole range of things, including production of energy from carbohydrates and fats. Protein also helps to transport nutrients around the body. So the excess whey protein is a great one to help promote any lean muscle growth. It helps with muscle recovery, and it also helps contribute to the growth and maintenance of muscle mass. Now, our whey protein powder is suitable for anyone who's looking for a protein supplement. So anyone 15 years and over and not pregnant. It's a low-fat. So is anyone wanting a low-fat, high-protein, and well-absorbed protein source? This is a great one for that. And anyone doing any strength and resistance training, so anyone wanting to increase their dietary protein. We recommend adding 3 scoops or 45 grams of the protein powder to 200 mils of cold water, and you mix it and then consume. Now you can have it with a milk if you choose. Our suggestion is on water. And for those of you that perhaps haven't tasted it yet, it mixes very easily, and it's incredibly smooth. I think it's quite a silky texture and just tastes lovely on the water, so it's fantastic. Again, 1 serve a day. So that's the first of the products in our recharge category. The second are our protein bars. Now the excess protein bars are available in 4 fantastic flavours. Choc fudge, choc mint, which is my absolute favourite, cookies and cream, and white chocolate and raspberry. And these are a fantastic 30-gram serve bar, so it's a really convenient bar. It's one snack on its own, no need to cut it into separate sections, so it's one great one. And the nice thing is I've actually got a chocolate coating on them. They're a great source of protein. Each 30-gram serve gives you 10 grams of protein. Low in carbs, which means that, great snack between meals, and for anyone looking for that low carb snack option, it's a great easy one to carry with you. And of course, like the whey protein powder, the protein in there helps to contribute to muscle growth and helps with muscle recovery. People who can have excess protein bars, it's essentially anyone. So anyone perhaps who's looking for a low carb option for a weight management program, anyone who's active and looking for a good post-workout snack, it's a great one to have there. And anyone who's just really looking for that healthy eating and wanting a nice snack to have on the go. I personally keep these in my top drawer at work, so that whenever I have that, I need a snack and I haven't got anything handy, that is my go-to there. They can be taken any time through the day, so it's a great one that just whenever you need it, you can have it there ready to go. Now, one of the questions that often does come up on our products, so I thought I will just throw it in now, is the gluten side. So with our products in this range, all of these products contain no added gluten. But there is gluten present in the factory, but there's no gluten added to these products, so they are safe for those on a gluten reduced diet. Okay, so the next product in the range is the excess muscle recovery. Now, we had a muscle recovery in the past, and this one is a new improved formula. It's a fantastic citrus flavour, incredibly easy to drink. Again, we're mixing it with water and having it post-workout. It contains a range of nutrients, including magnesium and zinc, some key essential amino acids, and some complex carbohydrates as well. Now, I touched on the fact that recovery really is multidiscipline. It's important that you make sure that you do think of recovery in a whole range of different ways. So having a warm down post-exercise, so stretching, making sure that you're including some rest and relaxation in your day-to-day. This product is great for anyone who gets those sore or tight muscles after exercise, or anyone who's kind of woken up following morning after a big session and they've felt that, their joints are just hurting and their muscles are hurting and they need to get up and do it all again, this one is a great one to think about. So excess muscle recovery helps to repair and strengthen your muscles. Magnesium and zinc are great for helping with energy production. Magnesium is also great for electrolyte balance. Some of the amino acids in this product include glycine, glutamine, taurine, creatine, and these are all combining as amino acids to help with muscle recovery and to help make sure that the body repairs as well as it should. So glutamine, for example, plays a role in metabolizing of protein. So it helps to make sure that you've got the amount of protein your body needs and it's doing the role that protein does, as we've already touched on. And certainly taurine, for example, plays a role in many metabolic processes, including antioxidants. So it's a great one there. And zinc's also really important for the immune system, so it's a nice way of getting that extra support. Magnesium, involved in many different things the body does, including supporting the muscles. It helps with energy production and reduction of tiredness and fatigue. So lots of great reasons to be taking excess muscle recovery. So this is suitable for anyone doing strength training, anyone who is doing regular exercise, and of course anyone using any of our protein products. So again, it's taken post-workout. We suggest taking it between 20 and 60 minutes after you finish the workout, and it's 2 scoops added to 200 mils. It's, as I mentioned, it's an incredibly pleasant drink. It's a really nice light citrus flavour and incredibly easy to consume. And the last of the products in our recharge category is our probiotic. Now, the Excess Recharge Probiotic is a fantastic synergistic or symbiotic formula. Now, naturopaths like using the term symbiotic, but what it means is it has both probiotics, which are your beneficial bacteria, but it also has some prebiotics. And prebiotics are some foods or some ingredients such as inulin that help the probiotic strains survive their journey through the digestive tract. So it helps to support the growth of the bacteria. So in this formula, you're getting fibre, you're getting 4 strains of bacteria, you're getting ingredients such as inulin, which help to make sure that the bacteria grow effectively. And you're also getting some supportive things for the immune system, such as lactoferrin, colostrum, and zinc. It's a vanilla-flavoured product and taken just before you go to bed. So why would you take a probiotic? As naturopaths, we certainly believe that, I guess from a naturopathic perspective, we believe that good health starts with a really good digestive system. So taking something that helps support digestion is vitally important. It helps to make sure your body has the optimal levels of bacteria, and the bacteria help to support general well-being. As I mentioned, it has zinc to help with your immune system. It's got some great levels of fibre. So in every 8 gram serve, you're getting 4.5 grams of fibre, which is a really great serve there to have. So great for anyone who is on a diet where they're having a lot of protein, or they do get a lot of protein in their diet. Having that extra probiotic and extra fibre is a great way of doing it. And the 4 strains are a great way of making sure you're getting that rounded probiotic serve. Our probiotic fibre drink mix is, of course, shelf stable, so you don't need to refrigerate it. I encourage you, once you have opened it, pop it in the fridge then, but it actually doesn't need it. It is actually shelf stable. Probably the number one question I get asked is, well, who needs it? And most people at some point could benefit from taking a probiotic. Some of the reasons someone might consider this product is certainly if anyone has any digestive concerns, so the bowel pattern's not regular, a probiotic's a great way to help balance that. Anyone who has a diet high in processed foods, another great way of getting it. Anyone who's frequently unwell, so someone whose immune system could benefit from some additional support, I certainly encourage it there. And I guess the number one reason would be people on medications. So perhaps anyone taking an antibiotic or anyone on long-term medication which may affect the digestive system, a probiotic has a really great place. Of course, if you are on medication, always speak to your doctor first before changing anything, but it's a great one to consider. And with this one, we take 2 rounded teaspoons, that's 8 grams, and you add it to water, and you have it just before bed. And we do it at night before bed, so it's not competing with anything else in the digestive tract. It has the opportunity to adhere to the gut wall. So that is our recharge category.